In a remote corner of Argentina, there is a glacier that's actually growing while others are disappearing. And today, we're getting up close to this giant.
This is Perito Moreno, one of the most active glaciers in the world, where massive chunks of ice constantly break off into the lake below. In this video, we will show you everything you need to know about visiting this 70-meter high ice giant in Patagonia, Argentina, from the best viewing platforms to boat rides that get you close enough to feel the ice cracks.
Let us show you why this place left us completely speechless.
Looks like a wheel exploded.
We reached El Calafate. We are here because we want to go to Perito Moreno Glacier. Perito Moreno Glacier is one of the rarest glaciers on the planet that still keeps its shape, doesn't melt that much. It's part of the huge ice plate of South America. El Calafate gets its name from a berry called Calafate berry. It's a red purplish berry. And the legend, according to indigenous people, says that if you eat this berry, you'll come back to Patagonia one more time. It's actually a new settlement created in 1927 to encourage border settlements, probably because of disputes between Argentina and Chile. After 1940s, tourism started to become popular, but the tourism exploded after 80s and 2000s specifically. It's generally used for Perito Moreno tours and similar excursions.
This is the typical lamb. Ooh.
It's a Patagonian specialty.
Yunus, you are the Turkish expert in eating lamb. How is the lamb?
So we heard Patagonia is famous for the lamb, and we said, okay, let's try. It's actually very good. It's one of the best meats we had in Argentina, and this is not a special place, so I like it. It's very tender.
And now Yunus will show you how it's actually cooked.
Today is our second day in El Calafate, and we are going to Perito Moreno Glacier, which is one of the largest glaciers on the planet. For comparison, it's 3 times bigger than the biggest glacier in the Alps, which is Glacier Alesh.
Today the weather doesn't look very good, but they even say that sometimes when it's cloudy, the colors of the glaciers are even better.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
We are very far from Buenos Aires.
Yes!
This is the size of this country, 3,000 kilometers from Buenos Aires. And this is the size of our laziness today. This
Cute
is
dog.
exactly how Chiara sleeps.
Oh, dai. Anyway, let's go look for a box lunch now. Moving potatoes here today with the team t-shirts.
Jerseys, our jerseys. We are waiting for the bus.
They should come in 2-3 minutes. Let's say they are never punctual. It will take around 1 hour and a half maybe to get to the glacier. And then we will have 3 hours of walking around.
We will see what all this hype is about.
They have the sheep and
Gracias.
This is the Calafate berry.
Yes.
Looks like a blueberry. Show it to Yunus.
And this is the Lago Argentino. So apparently all these places have farms, and since the beginning of 1900s, private farms, and the nearest port, because they had to export wool, is 300 kilometers away, and this area nothing grows, as you can see from the environment, and this berry is the only one resistant to the wind. So these Calafate grow naturally. That's why the place is called El Calafate. Let me see.
What does it taste like?
Very tasty, you'll like it. It's very sour.
And this is the Calafate plant. Oh, the berries look like here. Now we need to go back to our minivan. Direction, Glacier Perito Moreno.
termina siendo el más grande que tenemos en el país.
It's raining and we are now going on the boat trip to go closer to the glacier.
Going towards El Condor.
Getting excited.
It's very impressive. This is an extension of the ice field, Patagonian ice field. And this is Chiara. It's the 3rd biggest ice field on the planet after Antarctica and Greenland. These walls are around 50 meters. What do you think, Chiara?
Beautiful and so hot.
I caught Chiara in Perito Moreno. Probably the most impressive thing that I've seen. These walls are 70 meters. It's an extension of the third biggest ice field on the planet.
And inside the cracks, it's a deep, deep blue.
Chiara is checking with the binoculars. Absolutely stunning. Definitely do the boat tour. Definitely. Look.
And take with you a binocular, which is even more impressive to see all the details of the glacier. And you see all the little caves and stuff. Beautiful.
Chiara, let's show the what an iceberg looks like. Let's turn to the other side.
Yes. Come with me.
Look at this now.
Ta-da!
Oh, you see the kayak people, Chiara? People that are kayaking.
Ah, let me see them. Oh yeah.
They're kayaking. We wanted to do that, but a little bit too expensive. But look at this. This is like a 10-story building. She's enjoying her binoculars.
Yes.
Outstanding. So essentially how this forms is the westerly winds from Pacific bring a lot of moisture. And because the Andes are close to the Pacific Ocean, they get a lot of precipitation in the form of snow, and all the weight of the snow eventually becomes glacier. This is called the glaciation process.
So the glacier is very big. The colors are stunning. It's like an intense, very intense blue that you really wouldn't expect. Colors change also based on the parts of the glacier. The cracks are deep blue, for example, and then there are some front faces that are more white. This is the north side of the glacier, as Yunus probably already told you. And it's really nice, really, really nice. Sometimes you can hear like big cracks, which is the glaciers basically cracking. And this is a common phenomenon, more common in the morning rather than in the evening due to the change of temperature. It's really, really impressive, highly recommended, and it's so, so tall. You wouldn't expect it normally. Now I'm cold, I'm gonna go inside.
So we completed the boat tour, and now we are gonna do the panoramic view of the entire glacier. As you might remember from previous videos, I have my cappuccino as always. We'll first take this yellow line, which is like the central balconies. So they built these catwalks and balconies so that people can see the glacier from high up. I had very low expectations on Perito Moreno. It surprised me. Let's go for a walk.
And I don't know if you guys can see it well, but all that whiteness is already the glacier. Like here, this is all glacier. And of course you cannot see the end because it's massive, but it's absolutely stunning. So on top of the tour that we did, there are also other tours organized by these local companies, and they can, for example, take you on a mini trek on the glacier, or they can take you on a sort of big boat trip around the glacier. But there is also the kayak experience, as you said, which is where you get the closest to the glacier, but also the most expensive one, and the hardest to find a spot because there is only one company doing it, and they only have free kayaks, so it's really, really hard to find a spot. But guys, look at this. Wow. And despite the weather not being so beautiful because it's very cloudy and it's a bit raining, the colors are deep blue. Deep blue. We arrived to the very first balcony. Previously, we were on this side of the glacier. This is the north face, and this is the south face. And the boat took us around here. As you can see here, there is another small boat of other tours. And this is what we could see from very close. And guys, the temperature change is insane. Like, it was so much colder than now, probably also because of the wind and everything, but it was a big difference.
Just for a better understanding of size, look at the people and look at the size of the glacier.
Yeah, here the people and here the glacier. Crazy.
Ooh. Oof. My suggestion is, oh, look at the hunting bird. Just come here in the morning and just listen to the glacier. It's very impressive. This is 70 meters and 4 kilometers there. And remember, every day it moves 2 meters towards the land and then it melts again. It's gigantic. Like, you don't understand from this video, I promise you. And the most impressive is when you hear these cracks and then something breaks. Look. You see the sound? That's probably bigger than a car.
We basically finished our time in Perito Moreno Glacier. Now we are slowly walking back.
Pieces are still broken here.
Yes, all this noise. Ooh. Maybe it was Yunus' baby. So basically Yunus has been staring at a piece of ice for probably an hour, hoping it will fall, but it didn't.
I am hypnotized, and to be honest, this was the most impressive natural phenomenon I've ever seen. Incredible. Look, you're now almost like a rainforest.
Green mountains in the back. The glacier is behind these trees and now you cannot see. But crazy, guys, crazy. If you come here, this is a day trip that you must not miss. It's unique, really unique. It's worth all the money.
I mean, it's worth coming here only for here.
Yes. Yeah, and if you think that 2-3 hours are not enough, you're right. You will always want to stay here more. Rain is back. So even if today it was quite rainy, cloudy, colors are still perfect. Don't let yourself be discouraged by the weather because it doesn't change the beauty of this scenery. Another quick info. If you come here by car or by taxi, so by yourself, the national park closes around 7 p.m. But we are here with a guide, which is also very helpful. We really enjoyed because at least she explained a bit more about the history, how it's work, why El Chaltèn is so famous and so on and so forth. So it's really nice to have somebody explaining you a bit more in these situations. Yunus, what do you think about Glacier Perito Moreno?
As I said, I didn't have much expectations. This was the most incredible natural phenomena I've ever seen. It's literally alive, it's gigantic. It's on low altitude, it's almost in a tropical forest. It's unbelievable. That length, you see, 23 kilometers. And the width is 4. And height is 70 meters.
Let's say goodbye to Perito Moreno.
One last thing I can say is the videos and pictures do not do justice.
Absolutely
you
not.
have to see.
Today we will try Argentine pizza.
I like this margarita. It's different, but it's good.
We are officially in Calafate waiting for the bus for El Chaltèn.
It's really shaking.
Oh. Last meal in El Chaltèn.
3 empanadas might be a little bit too much.